When you need advice, come to Ben and Kelly. It's group therapy on 99.7 DJX.
Hi, good morning, Genevieve.
Good morning.
Hey, thanks so much for reaching out to us. Will you walk us through your situation?
Sure. So the other day at work, my boss came up to me about my coworker and made a comment about how the scent of her hair and her shampoo, she just basically said that it was strong. I've been next to her, and it's not that strong to me, and actually I think it smells pretty good.
Okay. So the boss had an issue with not your hair, but your coworker's hair.
Right,
Okay.
right. And so my boss has requested that she switches shampoos so it doesn't, mess with her allergies. Yeah, and so we aren't, allowed to have any smelly lotions, perfumes, or anything at the office. And, but I think that her requesting it is kind of out of line.
Okay.
Should my coworker go ahead and change the shampoo or keep using it and just stand up to our boss about it?
Okay. So, is this something that you could go to HR about, or is it a big company, small company?
No, that's the thing. It's a small business with 25 employees, and our boss is the owner. So we don't have an HR department to go to.
Okay. All right. I mean, my opinion on this and Kelly's opinion on this differ because I say it's just shampoo. Go ahead and change it. If your work already has a kind of a no smelly sort of perfume or lotion policy there, I don't think that's a hill I'd be willing to die on. You know what I mean? But Kelly, I think, has a different opinion. But yeah, I mean, we'll try to get some help for your friend, and maybe. And I understand you being a concerned coworker there, just trying to help her out because maybe she's, nervous about what to do. So I appreciate you helping your friend there.
Yeah, thanks.
Mm-hmm. And we'll see what we can do for you, okay?
Thanks so much.
So what's your thought on it, Kelly?
Okay, so here's where I'm coming from. Okay, so because we're talking specifically about shampoo here. Speaking from experience, I have kind of gone through many different kinds of shampoos to try to find one that works and does what I want it to do for what little hair I have on my head. Okay. So I think there may be a specific reason why she's using that brand of shampoo. Now, if it's not a big deal and, she could easily change it and it's not something that's actually formulated to do a specific purpose, maybe there's a scalp issue or, there's lots of different things that shampoos can do depending on what the purpose is other than just cleaning your hair. Maybe that's why I wouldn't change. I wouldn't change it because I finally found one that works that I like.
Yeah. And okay, to your point, I don't know if, and I guess I didn't even ask. I should have asked when she was on the phone if the policy was because that's their line of work, or if the policy was just something that the boss has said, "Hey, I have strong allergies, nothing smelly."
Yeah, I think it's just the boss's preference. Now, Amanda says on Facebook, as someone who has extreme allergies to certain smells, certain scents cause me immediate migraines. I'm actually kind of split on this. And all my years, I've never asked anyone to stop wearing a perfume. I have asked them if it would be possible to go a little lighter on spraying it. I also just stayed farther away from them. I just feel it's overstepping, though, to ask them to completely stop using a product they use their own money on at home.
Again, I have a different opinion. I just think, hey, look, if this is your job, I think it's an easy change. All right, well, whatever. I'll just change. Maybe I don't even need to change brands. I'm just going to go to an unscented or a change shampoos. It's not a battle I necessarily would want to wage, but that's where you and I differ.
You're not a female, though, and I feel like females approach their hair differently.
I know. So this is where we need you to jump in, all right? 502-571-90.
Passionate about their opinions.
Yeah, Genevieve's boss requested that her coworker switch shampoos because it messes with her allergies. Now, she thinks her boss is kind of out of line, not being fair. And it's kind of coming to us going, does she have a case? What should she do?
And you and I are on different sides of this issue.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like, hey, look, it's just shampoo. It's not a hill I'm willing to, fight a battle on. Let's just change it up a bit and move on.
Says the guy who uses his wife's deodorant sometimes. I mean, you don't... It doesn't matter the products that you end up using. And women, I think, approach these things differently.
Maybe.
Because there are shampoos out there that do different things. They have different purposes. And I know, for me, I found one that I need to do specific things because I don't have a lot of hair. So the whole trick is to make it look like I got more hair than I have. So that's why I found a particular brand that actually works. So if anybody asked me to stop it, I probably wouldn't.
And they don't have different flavors? Are they called flavors? What are they called?
They're called scents.
Okay. You're not supposed to eat it, I guess, right?
They all do have slightly different scents. There's one that's for color treated hair. There's one for volume. There's one for, like replenishing moisture. Those all have slightly different scents. None of them are super overpowering. And I've never really encountered or tried a shampoo that like filled up an entire office space with the scent. And a lot of people were just kind of mentioning, like, how close is she? If you're like smelling someone's hair, I feel like you're really close.
Hey, Jenna.
She does not need to change her shampoo. That's crazy. But it would be possible for her maybe to wash it and shampoo it at night, so when she wakes up in the morning, it is not as strong a smell.
Oh, maybe try that. Yeah, that's a good approach. Thank you, Jenna.
Thank you.
Hey there, Allison. So what's your thought on this?
Okay, so I think that, I work in a healthcare setting, so obviously, they say we shouldn't wear scented and really strong scents. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, at this point, I'm like, is it really actually a shampoo is the scent, or is she wearing something else? Because I've never had somebody wear shampoo that I'm like, can smell across the room. Plus, my other opinion on it is, why is the boss talking to other people about somebody else's hair
issue?
And the smell? I just think that is something that should be addressed just to the person and to nobody else if it is a problem.
Yeah, well, that's true. Allison, thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks.
Hey, Courtney, what's your thought?
So, the shampoo. I spend a couple $100 just to get my hair highlighted, and I can't buy my shampoo from Walmart or regular stores. So, the brand that I use is the brand that I use, and I personally would not change my shampoo for anyone. So,
appreciate you. Thank you.
Thanks.
Hey, Allison.
Hey, my thought is actually kind of with you. My thought's with you because she makes my paycheck. If she made my paycheck, you don't bite the hand that feeds you,
I mean,
I don't know.
And so is hair that important to you?
Yeah, hair is, of course, important to me, but in order to actually pay for the product, you need money, right?
Yeah, I hear you.
So you kind of have to, I mean, if it's okay for her to change her product, I think that would be okay, obviously, but if it's not, then that's something she should talk with her boss about.
Right. All right. Good thoughts. Allison, appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I listen to you guys every day.
Oh, my gosh, you're the one. Thank you.
Yes!
All right, see ya. See ya.
Just when I was starting, like, I was mounting my case, like, listen to all the women chiming in. They're all like, yes, I'm not going to change. And then Allison rolls in, just like, okay.
All right. Janet.
Hey, tell that girl that if they can smell your hair, you're in your close personal space, they need to back up.
No, there you go. You're like, listen, I've got boundaries. You're in my personal boundaries.
That's right. Stay out of my bubble.
Okay,
yep, absolutely. Maybe she's in her bubble too much. Jessica said on Facebook, most shampoos have a scent. She's going to end up changing it and then probably be asked to change it again. No one wants to be using a stinky shampoo. The boss is way too close if she can smell her hair.
Okay, so listen, I'm not going to concede, but I'm going to just recognize that I'm not a woman. I just checked. And that even though this is not an issue that I would take up with the boss, I would just change it, comply, or try to, lessen it or whatever. I will understand that, yes, maybe there are others who really do take a lot of care in picking out their shampoo. And maybe this is an issue that the boss doesn't need to be getting in on.
Yes. Okay. So not conceding, but recognizing there's a valid point of view that differs from yours.
That's right.
Look at that. This is how adults attack issues.
That's right. Okay, so is that what we're telling Genevieve?
Yes.
What I mean, like, what are we telling her? Because I still say, well, look, go at your own risk, but this is not a battle I would fight.
Well, yeah, I think it really comes down to the root of, okay, so does her coworker, is she like super attached to the function of what the shampoo does for her? If not, then maybe it's not a big deal for her to consider trying to find another brand.
Okay.
But, personally, if it were me, I wouldn't change. Because I finally found one that does what I want it to do.
All right. So there you go. Hopefully that doesn't cloud the issue anymore. And if you were trying to get through and you couldn't, you can always leave a comment on the Facebook page at Ben and Kelly Show. But yeah, follow up with us. Let us know what ended up happening with that, because we're all
invested now.
Yeah, and let us know what brand and style of shampoo it is.
People have asked that as well.
Right? No, I need to know this now. All right. That's group therapy.